corner. So this epilogue at the round table is the first of many. We're gonna be here to discuss things leading up to Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4. We'll be discussing the ins and outs of the game. Y'all, any questions y'all have on, I want to hear y'all thoughts on what do y'all like about it coming. What do y'all, the guns, the maps, everything. We're gonna be discussing a lot on this channel on this segment. I'm gonna do this segment often. Probably gonna be about a half hour to an hour, and then we're gonna get straight into Fortnite games. I know Odie's been ready to play, and I'm ready to play. I ain't played Fortnite since like last week. Yeah, and so we're gonna get in some of that. But to start off, we're gonna these will be put on YouTube as well. The breakdowns and everything. I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all got to say about it. Yeah, I actually listened to the podcast. He was saying some things on there that I was agreeing with. And he said a couple of things that had raised my eyebrows. Things I want to do. I know I'm on Black Ops 3. I'm gonna be playing this for the background. But there's gonna be more discussion. The first things I want to talk about is, first, did y'all enjoy the beta? What did y'all like about it? Me myself, I'm gonna break it down into guns, maps, and teamwork. Guns, map, teamwork, and then thank you. Guns, map, teamwork, and then the modes. This gonna be more detailed than what we would do on the podcast. On the podcast, we talk about stuff, a wide range of games, but we can't go deep into breaking each game down because we don't have enough time. So on here, we will. First, I'm gonna start about guns. I'm gonna base this not off previous COD games. It's gonna be based off the game itself. I feel as though if we rate this versus other games, it's kind of unfair. So I'm just gonna rate the game itself. The ARs, I used a lot of the ARs. I used a lot of the SMGs. I used a lot of. I used one. Was 2 shotguns. I used one, and I find myself enjoying a lot of guns. Activision should let Treyarch do. Odie said Activision should let Treyarch do the multiplayer. Sledgehammer the zombies. Raven and Blizzard do the battle royale, and just and screw Infinity Ward. Well, that is a good thought process on that one. But let's see what they do with the rest of the game modes. We got until September 10th to see what they can do with the blackout mode. Then afterwards, Fortnite buttons. And then afterwards we can judge. I think they've done a great job with the meta itself. The guns is particularly, they don't feel like standard guns. Like you could just put the same attachments on any gun and there you go. Each gun felt like it had its own mindset, its own play style. From the Cordite to the SOG, it felt different. The SOG felt like you wanted to get close. You really wanted to get close because of this nice fire rate. And the Cordite, it felt like a good all-around gun. It had great length, distance for it. Also had a decent fire rate. But no gun felt overpowered, which I really enjoyed. The GKS was actually my favorite gun, even though a lot of people didn't like it. Look how many games Treyarch have made and are big hit. That's true. That's true. Well, Black Ops is my favorite series, so I would agree with you. Whoa. But ooh, wait a minute. I also feel as though the last the Infinite Warfare Zombie was done really well. I'm hoping that Black Ops keep that going because I enjoyed it. Actually, I like the last few Black Ops and how they incorporated story and rituals and things you could do besides just living. But I'm gonna get on that in a little bit later. Hold on, I do gotta do something right quick. I didn't know that everybody can hear my voice. Do something real quick. Or not. Maybe not. There we go. Now we can go back into the game. Yes, the thing that I did love the way they did the zombies and incorporated new things. I love that about zombies. I don't want to just live. I want to have something to do, an objective. Oh, Jax, thank you for that auto host with the 4 people with the 4-piece. Thanks. I was in the house there. You didn't like the third SMG on the beta? Which was the third SMG? It was the XK5 GKS, and then it was I thought it was the Cordite, right? Yeah, it was the Cordite. No, it was the Spitfire. Thank you for that, host. GB with the host, thank you. Thank you so much. And you see, I did bring my notifications over to the new style. The Spitfire was good at first, but I think it was a little too strong up close. They needed to add the recoil, which they did. They made it a gun that you had to play. Did you? Oh, I didn't even notice it was 6v4. They made it so you had a gun that the fourth. Then you talking about the Cordite. Oops, I'm dead. They made it so you had to use skill with the gun in order to. Every time I try to talk. Because Spitfire was better to manage over the Cordite. No, the Cordite was better to manage over the Spitfire. The Spitfire had a faster rate of fire. The Cordite, on the other hand, had just a little bit slower, but more damage. Each bullet took more damage. And so it was easier. Did you see the Reddit posts of things they were addressing since the beta and pre-launch? I haven't seen it. Actually, let me say this right. I did see it. I haven't gotten a chance to read it yet. I was gonna read it later today. If I would love for you to post a link to it in chat so other people can see it as well. Maybe tomorrow on the next roundtable epilogue we can discuss what they're gonna change. But the ARs felt nice, especially at distance. The Vapor was my favorite personally. I did like the KN. The ICR not so well. The ICR was decent, but it just compared to you got me going. Compared to the KN and the Vapor, I just found it was better in my hands. I do not like the fact that we don't have a full team, but they do. Was he just running around me? But you loved the ICR? It was decent to me. It wasn't, probably because they didn't have a stock on it. I don't believe they came with the stock attachment. It was meant to be used as here I go trying to heal myself. I've been playing too much for. Um, it was decent. It had decent damage. It had decent range. It's just the mobility of it was not as good in my opinion. They really trying hard on this, ain't they? Good one. He didn't even look like he was a firebreak. He actually looked like he was a well, there we go. Yeah, they're beating us. We just not got a full team. But the thing about it, the mobility is what I really love about that, because the game is very mobile, very chaotic, which is what I adore about it. The KN was good too. Yeah. Thank you, DB, for that link. The shotguns, I really didn't try too much because the shotgun I didn't really try too much because I really wanted to test out the operator mods on some of the guns, which took more time leveling up because that's a new thing in Black Ops 4 is the fact we have operator mods now, which can change a gun's playstyle even further. They already play different, but it makes a gun style change a lot. For example, the Cordite went from a gun with decent damage, decent range, decent mobility, to a gun that never needs to reload. So you could spend your time more in a fight instead of having to worry about reloading and healing yourself. Or given the choice to reload or heal. You could just worry about healing yourself and keeping yourself in the fight, which made the gun very, 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 very popular. Not just by me and some of the guys I was playing with, but by a lot of enemies. The SOG, on the other hand, I don't believe had a mod for it, but the damage was so nice for the range that it had, and it didn't have too much of a recoil. Crew Dog, thank you for that host, man. I found myself, OD said I wasn't much into the Revolt AR, the one that looked like a scar. That's the Rampart, yes. The Rampart I was going to talk about. That was actually Handy's favorite. The Rampart, also known as Scar, was ordering some Chinese food. Nice. The Rampart I found myself using under certain situations, like in certain modes. I found myself using that more in longer range stages, when like domination and maps that are long range. Scar has decent damage. You don't have as much good mobility as other ARs, so I didn't use it as much because I was playing the Specialist Ajax, which I should talk about as well. The Specialist is something very unique, very, very well done to me, in my hands. Certain people actually are maybe a little too strong, but we'll see how that goes, because even as a strong specialist as people as Ajax and Torque were, there was ways to counter them. It wasn't like they could just run the whole thing. The team-based style that it is now compared to Black Ops 3 now is such a difference, because you can't just run around all free. You got like 6 different styles of play that you're going up against, whether you're going into an area where Recon has a sensor, or you're going to an area where Torque has a barricade. You got to look out for that. Then you got to look out for the damage that cluster bomb from battery would be, or the little tracker that Prophet has. So even though I felt there were a couple of very strong specialists, I don't believe it was to the point where it's like, oh my god, we need to take that out. Really? I heard somebody behind me too. I'll go this way. We'll see what they do. I heard there, like I said, there's a Reddit out with changes that they said they were gonna make. We'll see what they go from here. I'll probably discuss what she's talking about earlier. I like the third and fourth AR, and didn't get used to the last one. The last one, I'm trying to remember what the last one was named. Because it was the ICR. The KN was second. What was third? The Rampart was third. Oh, I know which one was the fourth. The fourth one, the what we call it, the Razorback. God, what was the name? The Maddox. The Maddox was actually my favorite AR. My second favorite was the Vapor. The Maddox was they were very similar, so I liked it, both of them. Vapor just had more damage to me and longer range, while the Maddox was a little bit more agile. I will say that. Yep, it was the Maddox, yeah. Major changes to the Fog of War, TAC deploy, and body armor. Yeah. Didn't they change the body armor from week 1 to week 2 in the betas? I think I remember that they changed the health being down as the body armor was breaking, instead of the body armor breaking first, then the health going down. So I would love to see. I'm going to read on that, and then I'm going to have another epilogue, and we're going to talk about those changes tomorrow. It sounds good. But as we, going back and forth, we're going to finish talking about the guns. One thing in the game that I was like, oh my god, they got to do something, was the snipers. They're not going to do anything, but you're gonna have to get used to getting quick scope. That is a thing, and it's been a thing in COD for a long time. It's gonna keep coming. I was like, wow, the skills that some of the guys had to pull out, bam, gone from a sniper. Only two problems you found in the game. OD said only 2 problems she found in the game was 1, spawning, 2, the quick scoping. Week 1 spawning was terrible. Week 2 spawning was better. They're still gonna tweak it to more to get it better off, where you're not spawning right as a person is right next to you. And I'm glad that is a thing, because you could find yourselves in some situations where you spawn, literally walk 2 steps, and the guy's right there from just spawn from the other team. And ooh, thanks, teammate. I'm glad they're working on that. That was the only part that would be a little bit frustrating. I didn't like the spawn rates at all. It was a lot better second go around. We'll see what they do even more, because I know they're not done with it, because it still wasn't completely fixed. TAC deploy was your best friend, and then it was a worst nightmare compared to certain things, because your teammate will put it in the wrong place, and next thing you know, you're getting spawn killed for a couple of seconds. I'm glad they're gonna do something about it. I'm glad they put it so you only can pull out 10. Done correctly, it was a good useful tool, and I keep finding myself trying to heal with hitting the heal button. Also, let's talk about maps. The maps they had was payload, contraband, frequency, and it was one more. Payload, contraband, frequency, and seaside, which really wasn't by the seaside. Contraband was more by the seaside than payload was. But in any case, then second week it was Hacienda. Thanks, teammate. There was Hacienda, the house. All maps felt fun. They felt a little bit different. They felt a little bit similar in the fact that each Each one had basically 3 to 5 lanes, and each of the side lanes had a lane to the middle. There's a guy over there. I'm about to rip him. Each one had a lane to the middle, so you always had a way all the way around the map. It never felt like you were sectioned off completely. So it felt open, it felt chaotic. You always had to look out behind you. And ooh, where you going? I felt the maps were very good. Which was your favorite maps, chat? You like Hacienda mainly because you wrecked on the map, and they also had a top and bottom. True. They did have a top and bottom in some of the stages, which wasn't too campy. Of course, people are gonna try to camp. The thing is, were you able to get around that? I find myself being able to get around the map very well, and you had bunches of tools to go against any, thing. Two people, against any, little gimmick that was tried, and people did try gimmicks a lot. The Manor House map, that was Hacienda, yeah. We wrecked on that map a lot. Hacienda, I think I had my highest KD percentage, which is another great thing. They actually added the fact that it would tell you your stats on each particular stage. I thought that was pretty dang on cool. Teammate. I love the fact that certain guns did better with the suppressor and certain guns didn't need them at all.
Assassin down.
So maps, each one of them felt unique. A lot of people didn't like the contraband map with the water. They said it was a little big. Me personally, I actually enjoyed it, especially in the different game modes. More domination than hardpoint. Ooh, I wanted to review. I liked it, the new modes that they had. You like 3 out of the 4 maps. Which one you didn't like? Oh, and while you type that, I'm gonna talk about the modes. Okay, he's gonna just chill there. See, the guys like him, I loved Ajax, where I could go and flashbang him and get a good enough camping in there. And the good thing is, I thought he was a teammate at first. The good thing is, and don't mind the gameplay, y'all. I'm not gonna be going ham because I'm more thinking about what we're talking about. So, gonna hope that I stay positive, but I'm not worried about getting, stop it. Well, going 28-3 like I was in Black Ops 4 or something. I will say this. I'm not sure about the equipment charge thing because that was the one part of the game where a lot of people either went to that or body armor. Very rarely did people stick with the stem health. Saint did it a lot. He stuck with the stem a lot. Me, I went between body armor. The guy's still in that room? Teammate, you got him. Thank you. I went between equipment charge, body armor. I tried the sensor, even though I feel it's a crutch. I just tried to see how it was. A lot of people went with the sensor a lot. Me, I only wanted to try to see what it did. The most I did was equipment charge. I found myself using that a lot.
UAV awaiting orders.
Okay. You miss one. You
There's
miss
no
one off.
escaping death.
I wonder what you mean by that.
Unthreatened.
But also, let's the maps. Like I said, they explored everything in that. I love this. The specialists. I love the fact that some of them are older, but they're from the older game, but they look a little younger. There was 5 maps. Yes, Hacienda, the manor, the house, Contraband, the one in the water, with the jungle, the seaside, which is the city, which had a little bit of water on one little area. Payload, which was the one that looked like it was on like a factory on a mountain, or like a hangar on a mountain, I would say. And then Frequency was the one that looked like it had catwalks on one side. It had 2 windows, and then in the middle you can go down to the left, and it was area over there. Like my favorite map, like I said, probably was Contraband. Even though I did probably my best on Hacienda. I would like to talk about the modes. Heist, which was awesome. I found myself enjoying, starting off with no guns, buying guns, leveling them up, leveling up perks, trying to, outthink the opposing team, and beating them with not just your gun, but a start off gun as well, or choosing a different gun specifically for that stage. I found the mental game, the chess match of that mode very, very, very good to me. The other mode, I'm trying to remember, it was called Control. The other mode, Control, I enjoyed that one. That one was more like, it felt like a better version of S&D. You start off with 28 lives or 30 lives, and you got 2 modes, A and a B, 2 nodes, by the way, A and a B, and you got to get there either as to protect it or as to take control of it. Kind of like S&D, but in S&D, once you die, you're gone. But in this mode, you have so many lives, and once those lives are used up, then it's over. And then you got to win 4 rounds of that. Same goes for Heist. You start off with no guns or anything, just $500. And as you do things as far as kill people or collect the money that's there, the objective is to get the money and take it to an extraction point. As you do things throughout the fight, you get more money. You get to level up your stuff. You start off with 5 people in both modes, and the 5 in the Heist, you got to win 4 rounds. First 4 rounds on both modes win the game. Found very good. A Hardpoint and Domination, I'm enjoying. It was Payload. You hated the one with the factory and the hollow rocket cone on the side in the map. Yeah, that was Payload. The Church Tower map was Seaside. Yeah, Heist was perfectly set up to me. It's going to be a real competitive game mode. Exactly. I believe it reminded me of old school CSGO. And even though I couldn't really get, I played CSGO for fun. I didn't really go competitive and anything like that. It made me go, man, I should have tried it. That was fun. It was a nice change from the standard TDM kill confirm, which is probably my most used mode ever. Kill confirmed until I think Black Ops 3 is when I changed over from kill confirmed to TDM. But I like kill confirm a lot. This one I'll probably play more of those modes, but I'll be playing all modes because I haven't seen a mode where ooh, and here I go trying to heal again. Which again, let me talk about that for a second. That adds a new dynamic to the game. healing and finding yourself healing in, situations after a fight brings a whole new. I got to think about that as well, which makes the game don't feel like it has time to just sit there. I never feel like I'll just have a little downtime. Like right now, I'm running around. I have less run around time because I'm like, oh my god, I gotta heal. I either gotta heal or gotta reload. So you're worrying about both of those. Unless you're just dominating, like you got a team and you're pub stopping and you just running back and forth to spawn, or just controlling the area, not letting people get in. Then you find yourself having more time than you want. But being able to call out, I'm going to throw a flashbang, I'm going to throw a cluster bomb, I'm going to recon this area, was one of the most. Oh, I thought you was a bad guy. Was one of the most fulfilling things that I think that was so enjoyable to be like, I got this teammate. I'm coming in with the, well, I used to call it the birdie. I come in with the flash. I thought I flew in the air a little bit more. Bye bye, Optic. Unrelated, but did you see Optic was already eliminated for champs? God, not already. Dang, that sucks. I didn't know they got eliminated already. Today I've been. What was you shooting? Handgun. Today I was doing a lot of stuff with this car I just got and setting up the stream. It took longer than I thought it was going to take, but Scump is teed off. I'm not surprised. He's mad. Man. Okay, let me. No, I'm gonna keep it this guy. Yeah, I will be mad too. It's been what, one day? It's the first day and they already gone. They're better than that. But got him, homie. Why didn't I just rip her? See, I haven't had Ripper so much. I don't rip when I should now. I've been having Ajax. He's too old for competitive. I don't believe there's an age limit for competitive gaming now. I don't think there's a way where you say I can only play until I'm this age, because then I would have to tell Grandpa to sit down, and I wouldn't dare tell Grandpa to sit down. If Grandpa wanted to play competitive, he can play competitive. Just if you lose. Okay, that guy. Just if you lose, don't complain about it. That's my only thing. Okay, you got him. Okay, why do I keep getting shot from behind? Like, really? Scump's only 23. He only 23? That's not too old. Is that thing shooting at me? No. Scump's not too old. 2 cartoons next year. 1 for standard MP and 1 for blackout. That would be kind of cool. Okay, let me really play. They think they're playing really well. But thing is, what's good, Nemo? How's it going there, buddy? Just doing the new segment for the channel. But back to what we were talking about. Sorry about that. The thing I would say as well, we talked about maps, we talked about guns, we talked about specialists. Teamwork is what we haven't talked about. Teamwork makes the dream work. No, Teamwork is essential in this game. I don't, you know, other than a robot just coming through, just destroying everybody, believe that. I don't believe a guy with good skill. No, let's re-say that. A guy with awesome skill. You got one guy on the team with awesome skill, and then you got the other team of good to average skill. I believe the good to average skill will outdo that awesome skill guy. Compared to, you know, Black Ops 3, where you can completely dominate by yourself. I don't think you can do that in the new mode, in Black Ops 4, and I like that. I don't want to just see domination from one guy. I want to see a team. You know, I like chess. You know, and I like seeing a team use all their resources to take down the other team. Good, just practicing. You gonna go competitive, Odie? That's awesome. He's only 3 years older than you. Yeah, Infamous, she said he shouldn't be allowed to compete. They were joking how Fortnite tournaments are paying $250K to play in pubs, and COD was $150K. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of dang on money to play in pubs. Really, if you really think about it, they were playing in pubs. 250,000 to stump pubs the best, versus 150,000 playing the best around. Too much money? Nope. I will never say it's too much money. The reason why I won't say it's too much money, because we got guys out here getting paid to shoot a basketball 30-40 million 1 year. 1 year. Now, we ain't even close to making that, even in Fortnite. So we got people in baseball making 30-40,000, and every bat they make 30 something to 40 something thousand. You can check Miguel Cabrera, he makes that much. I would know. Every time he goes to the bat goes to the plate to bat, he makes over 30,000 every time. He could just go out and hit a fly out, and that's 30,000. He can go out and hit a ground ball, 30,000. He can go out and strike out, 30,000. 30,000. So, an average time he gets to the plate, if in baseball you got at least 3 chances to bat, at least. So every time he get at least 90,000. Every game, at least. LeBron is getting paid $34 million this year with the Lakers. See what I'm saying? So it's never too much money. But let's get back on track. We can talk about that after. We got another 15 minutes in the epilogue. Activision isn't stupid. They aren't putting money in the prize pool because they know the franchise is it's on life support. Well, if they come out on September 10th, if they come out with a blackout mode that is something special, I don't think they're gonna have to worry about their pockets. I don't feel like playing them again. I don't think they're gonna have to worry about their pockets. They're gonna be they're gonna be at the club, drinking and excited and in victory if they come out with a great blackout mode, because people are gonna eat it up. But as talked about the maps, we talked about guns, we talked about some of the modes, we talked about specialists. Let me ask you guys, do you have any questions? Is the things it's on your mind that you're worried about? The only thing I'm worried about, because I know the game might not be exactly the same from here on in, but I would like to know what you guys think. What's your concerns? I'm concerned with these guys just sitting like this. That's what. That's one thing I love about the new one. You can't do that. You can't just sit there. It's so many things that can stop that. It's so many things to stop head glitching. Woo! Not a lot to stop that shotgun though. It's so many things to stop a person just sitting here peeking. Just this. Just this. Just this. I'm so glad it's over. I'm so glad it's over. You sit there and do that. We got so many things to outdo that. I need to switch guns. Why am I still using this? Probably because I'm not caring. Dead on. Thank you. Was that Bloom? No, that's Fortnite. We're on game. Ooh wee. I'm out. I heard him too. Gotta love a good shotgun. What are you doing, teammates? Why are you here? Get out the window. Well, you know I'm here now. 2 of them up here? Really? 2 of them? 2 of them up there. This way. Wow. Okay. Let's see. You would like them to add ADS sensitivity like Battlefield. They will. They will. I believe they're going to add the sensitivities like that. The reason why I don't think they did it right now is because... Do I got a class to shoot that down? I don't think I do. I should have just did it. What am I playing here? What am I playing here? I'm not thinking enough of this. I'm over here healing like I'm in Black Ops 4. Can y'all shoot up there so he can make him duck? Thank you. Now, I'm going to chill right here. No, I don't feel like being here. What else? You would say that, Kuda. Oh, I can go through here. Or not. Why am I running into all the gimmick guys right now? I'm trying to do an epilogue right here. Trying to do an epilogue channel. I bet that used to be Odie's spot. They're just dirty campers. They are. They are. But when you're trying to do an epilogue and you're not sitting here thinking about worrying about that, it's just not nice. But ooh, watch it, dude. Watch it. Now, how did he kill me? She said an RV, a tent. But I'm looking forward to the next couple of months. I'm looking forward to the release. I'm looking forward to actually playing with my brain instead of getting killed out here. See right there, being able to heal right there is just awesome. It was called Studio on Black Ops 2, right? This stage was called Fire Range. It was always called Fire Range. Are they back up there in the corner? I keep running into the same people. There's 5 times I done ran into that guy. And I'm losing every gunfight right now. Alright, you know what? Yes, it was Fire Range Black Ops 2. Sure, it was Studio. And if it was, it might have been. Look, they still up there. Let me play serious for a second. We're gonna see what we got going on here now. Well, we're about to lose now, though. Teammates, it would be nice to come over there. But all in all, I'm gonna do a little conclusion of the talk. Again, this is the first of many. This is the first of many that we're gonna do in the epilogue of the Roundtable series. I find myself enjoying the beta. I can't wait for the next month to go past very quickly so we can do the blackout, so we can talk about that. Tomorrow we're gonna have another epilogue at the Roundtable where we discuss the nice link that JustDB put in the chat, where they had a Reddit post saying that the changes that they were gonna do to the game after the beta. So I just saved that there. Looking forward to talking about that for y'all. Y'all can find this epilogue on YouTube under the name Beazoid. You hit level 40, you mastered the beta. Yes, I did hit level 40. I definitely went level 40. I was like, I hit 34 the first week. I hit 40 soon as it gave us the green light to level up from there. And so I do got the token. I can't wait to use it and unlock something. I don't know what I'm gonna unlock first, but we're gonna be unlocking a lot. Let's see. And then they said if you hit level 34, you will get the token. They said if you hit 34, you will get the token, but then they switched it to 40, unless they're gonna give you 2 tokens. So that would be nice. You hit level 40 on 2 accounts, girl. You was playing a lot. I thought I was playing a lot. I think I played a good 100 hours. 100 hours on the game, I believe. Maybe not 100. I would say more like 60 or 70 hours. In the post, they wrote it back to 34. So did we get 2 tokens, DB? Fire Range and Black Ops 1, Studio and Black Ops 2. Okay, there you go. But again, you'll be able to find this epilogue and future epilogues on the YouTube channel. Maybe eventually we can make it grow into something where it can go on other forms of media. Okay, Infamous, I'll be doing that in a few seconds. Actually, I'm closing this out. I would like to thank each and every one of you guys for stopping by in chat. Hey, Angela, hey, how's it going? Again, you'll find this. I will be posting this later tonight. Thank you guys. I thought this was cool. I always wanted to do one of these where we go in depth into games. We're gonna be doing this for Black Ops. We're gonna be doing this for Fortnite. We're gonna be doing this with other games. I got a game here I want people to play, and maybe we can dive into it. I would do it on Monster Hunter as well, maybe. We'll see. Maybe a little Destiny. But we're going to be doing a lot of discussions on different games, different topics. And then hopefully we can start to where we have like questions from you guys, and I can post your questions on the screen, and you guys can ask those and I'll answer them for you. We will see FIFA 19. FIFA 19. Battlefield 5. Hey, if we can get a topic, I definitely will do it. But for now, thank y'all so much. I will see y'all in the next video. I'll let you later.